Yo, 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 homies, what is good it is Tanuki. You're going to have to bear with me on this one, because it's the first time I'm recording a video through OBS, so the gameplay and the dialogue are actually together. And I'm not having to do it with the PlayStation or BandLab or whatever, so this might be a bit scuff. But I'm making a video, and the title is going to give it away, really, about like this game's problems. But kind of showcasing the problems with this game. And I'm going to say it outright, like, I'm not going to glaze this game because I don't, as much as I did play the Budokai games, the Budokai Tenkaichi games, so many of these games when I was younger with my brothers, I'm not invested in this game like that to not call it how I see it. This game's meta, with all its compounding issues, will kill the game if they don't get changed. Now, we're in a different era of gaming than we were when Budokai Tenkaichi 3 was a thing, and even further back than that. Updates are going to happen, changes are going to happen, patches are going to happen, new characters are going to come into the game, all that stuff, right? So there's plenty of high hopes for things to change. And to be honest, the only reason why I'm even making this video is because I actually think this game is fucking amazing. Like, I did not think I was going to enjoy this game anywhere near as much as I have since it dropped online. I thought it was going to be the opposite. I thought I was going to really like the single player and just not really have much time for the online. It's kind of been the opposite. But this game, and I guess all fighting games to a degree get like this, but certainly not to this extent. The better you get at this game, the worse your play experience gets. Now, what do I mean? There are a variety of issues in this game, and you're going to have to forgive me as I use this game's scuffed-ass training mode to demonstrate some of them. The issues all kind of come down to the fact that you can counter anything. Now, there are issues outside of that. Yaja fucking Roby, characters like that, right? But I think you can get away with all of those. Giant character cheese, Yajirobe, after image strike. You maybe need to tweak them slightly, I don't know, but you might even be able to keep them as they are. But because you can counter everything in this game, there isn't really a thing. There's no such thing as a guaranteed punish. Now, some people, again, I am not the best pro player at this game. I have not labbed extensively. Maybe there's some tech out there I'm not aware of, right? But for the most part, there are no guaranteed punishes in this game. Anything can be vanished and anything can be super countered, and super counter is the main issue, right? Now, conceptually, I've said this on stream, I think it's kind of a crazy crackhead idea that you can counter everything, but it's different, and I'll kind of fuck with it. The problem is the execution of it. Now, I'm going to show you just how busted super counter is in general. So super counter, I'm not going to go too far into how to perform the mechanic. I'm assuming that if you're watching this, you probably already know how to do it, and even if you don't, it doesn't really matter, right? It costs no resource, but it is relatively difficult to do. Now, the input itself, being forward and your punch button, your rush attack button, the specific way to perform it is it has to be the up on your stick and the punch button have to be performed on the same frame. If you miss that, you won't get the attack. Now, the super counter, should I say, sorry. Now that sounds kind of complicated or tough to execute because it needs to hit on the same frame. Okay, understandable. Let me demonstrate to you how that just is not the case, right? Now again, this is bot training mode. I really can't replicate this the best way I want to, right? And before I even start, it is a lot easier to do this on hit for some reason than it is on block. So I got our boy Goku here to only do rush attacks. That's how I've set the bot up. Now, for some reason, there's a fucking auto block in this game, so I can't necessarily replicate these examples exactly how I would want to, and even then the way he's doing his offense is not how you'll face it online, but I can still demonstrate anyway, which would be more annoying. Right, so Goku's just going to carry on hitting me with his rush attacks, right? In an online match, you're going to be holding R1, you're going to be blocking. I was talking about super counter earlier and the input that's required for it. It's up and rush attack, and both the flick of the stick and the press of the button need to hit on the same frame, okay? The problem is that there is absolutely no punishment for you attempting this input, i.e. if you attempt it and you fuck it up, there's no cooldown, there's no punish state, there's no repercussion whatsoever. So if Goku's attacking me, I can just hold R1 and block his offense and continuously attempt a super counter, hoping that I get one and reacting to whatever else he does. That's ridiculous. That's absolutely stupid. There's no skill to that whatsoever. If Goku does anything else, like a smash attack or this or that, and I react. If you don't react and you're just mashing brainlessly, you'll whiff a grab. And even then you might land the grab sometimes, but you'll whiff a grab because the R1 square input is grab, right? So you have to, it's not completely and utterly brainless, but it's pretty fucking close, right? So you have to be aware of what the other player is doing so that you don't end up pressing R1 square, holding R1 and pressing square as you're flicking up and square to whiff a grab and then get punished for it. As I said earlier though, for some strange reason, this is way easier to do on hit than it is on block. I don't understand why, but it just is. And now I can't fucking get one to come out. But you saw the point earlier, right? On block, it doesn't happen as much on block offense, which is actually weird, because it should happen more on block offense and less on hit offense. But no, it's actually even worse on hit, and I'll show you why it's bad on hit. I'll pull up some clips as well as I'm talking outside of these demonstrations to show you exactly what I mean. You know what we're doing right now. You know what we're doing right now. Ugh! Let me find this bitch. Oh, he's got Chaozu! Oh, I can't murder Chaozu, man. I'm gonna have to do it anyway. I'm gonna have to do it anyway. Come here. I'm sorry, Chaozu, but you know. That's just how it is, bro. Is he gonna die off this one hit? Oh my god, he's close. Now I've got to awkwardly try and get myself hit by Goku. But basically, as your opposing player is attacking you, you actually get hit in the match, right? Let's say you actually get hit and the combo for the opposing player starts. You hold R1 as you're getting hit, and same thing as you would do on block, right? You hold R1 and you constantly try super counter. Why do you do this? So when the other player is attacking you, in this game there's not many long true combos, right? So let's say they land their first 5 hits of their rush attack. If they decide to extend it with the dash forward, as I try and get myself hit by Goku. Oh my god, just hit me, Goku, please. What is this shit? This game is so scuffed in the trading mode, man. And I've just won that. What the fuck? I didn't even press anything. Right, let me reset the positions. For fuck's sake. This is going to be so scuffed. You see, as he's extending his offense, I didn't block in time there, so I didn't block the second part of the sequence, but in general, as he was hitting me, I held R1 to block. So whenever he does something that's fake and I can actually start blocking, I would have started blocking. And whilst all that process is happening, I'm flicking at super counter, trying to get it. There you go. Same thing again. I've got a super counter. It's absolutely ridiculous. So there's no real offense in this game. It's impossible. This goes for any type of offense. If Goku does... I've just done one there by complete accident, just flicking at it again. It's ridiculous. And that, probably now it's probably best where I'll pull up some footage and show examples of this happening in matches where I'm just getting walloped on and I'm just flicking at super counter, praying to be saved. Bro, the fucking super counter is so bullshit. I'm dead. And it does save me. As you can see, it's not so ironclad. You can get some combos sometimes if somebody fucks it up. But what you must understand is what you're playing against isn't somebody timing a super counter on you and pulling off something that's like, oh, it's pretty cool, that is. He's got the fucking perfect parry timing or some shit like that, like Street Fighter. No, you could literally do it to like a metronome input of like... And you'll get one. You'll eventually get one. Like literally, I'm going to reset now. I'm going to try and do this with my eyes closed. I am turned around on my chair right now. I don't even know where Goku is. I've just grabbed him. I didn't get it there. I can't fucking prove this to you that I can't see him, right? But just for me to feel better about it, I've just done it there. That is unbelievable. I'm not even looking at the fucking screen. And I've just done that. If anything, actually, from what I've seen, people say it's actually better to try and time your up square input with the cadence of the other players' button presses. So like with Goku, let's get into a rush attack again. His is quite fast, right? I don't know what I think about this strategy. I personally think if you just do it at a pace, you'll get one. But they say that you need to try and match the pace of the combo and continuously press it at that pace, and you can get them quite consistently. Personally, I've found that not to be the case. I feel like if you just press at like a metronome's pace, like a relatively fast-ish pace, but with a rhythm, you can tend to get them. I say that as I get none of them. But again, I don't know why. For some reason, it's way easier to perform on a hit, as you see there, as I just did it, than it is on block. I don't know why, but it just is. This is the game's biggest problem, in my opinion. There are so many counters in this game, but at the very least, perception doesn't give you a massive reward, and it does drain ki, and you can call out perception with ki blasts and grabs, and stepping behind someone. Perception has counters, as fucking good as it is, and as dumb as it is, and super perception is also really good when you get it, because it drains the enemy's ki. But again, you can bait these, you can sidestep, you can grab, you have plenty of ways of countering perception, but it is still pretty good. You also have the Z counter, which I can't demonstrate right now because Goku's not here. But when you teleport behind someone and you smack them in the air, you've definitely played, if you've played any of this ranked, or even if you haven't played this game, and you've seen clips online, you've seen people teleporting against each other over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until they run out of ki. That shit's kind of corny and lame as well, because the better you get at it, the more you're going to have just timeout matches online. But even that I'm still okay with, to an extent, because it's a game of which you and the opponent can commit to for multiple reasons, i.e. you could be on the losing side, and by that I mean you have less ki, so you know that if you both perfect vanish over and over and over and over and over again, you're going to lose because you're going to run out of ki first. You can still engage in that, praying that the other person fucks it up. At least there is some player expression there. I actually heard that, I've played them, but I was younger, so I really don't remember much about them, that in the old Budokai Tenkaichi games, the way it used to work is, for each successive vanish, the actual hit that would be landed by the successful player it scaled in damage, like it did more damage. That would be cool as well. That would add even more player expression to the vanish offs, if you will, and it would cause players to maybe concede vanishes because they don't want to get whacked for 7 billion damage, or participate in a losing vanish all the way, fingers crossed, hoping that they can beat somebody and get a massive punish. That should be pretty cool. But all these systems together, alongside all the cheese like Yajirobe and stuff like that, it's not the worst thing in the world, and there are ways of getting around it. In some cases, I don't know, like the giant character cheese, you're not getting around that if you're running like a fucking OG Z Fighter team like I was. You're just going to get fucked, right? But for the most part, there are counters and there are ways playing around a lot of the mechanics in this game. You might not necessarily enjoy how you play around those things. I have found myself going back and forth, but in general, I don't like that. There's a sentiment around this game that it's not a real fighting game. I think for the most part, they're kind of wrong until you start talking about super counter, because super counter throws any type of other basic countering out of the window. Sidestepping to get behind someone for the backshot combo doesn't matter. You can get super countered. You can get and again, if it was really a skill-based timing thing that was actually really hard to do, I think I'd kind of be okay with it. But it's not. It's something you can just flick at over and over again with no consequence, and then if you land it, you just get a super, which again, I'll show a myriad of clips of, because I've got so many, it is ridiculous. Man, I've got no idea how long this video is going to be, as I'm actually recording this post-haste from when I thought I had everything done. I was just getting more footage to make more videos in the future, blah blah blah. And in that time, I was like, okay, let me just run a game or two of Sparking. And I played this match, as you can tell by the top left corner with the Toei animation tag and shit. I screen grabbed this from my PlayStation because I wasn't recording on OBS. And this match absolutely sums up everything I'm talking about this game. When you begin to get better, and super counter being a massive issue. There are other issues that play out in these matches where plenty of bullshit happens, and it's you know, it's not fun to have happen to you, if you will. Most of it I can put up with. But because there's no guaranteed punishes, me and this player just stop hitting each other for the most part. Like, unless we actually land, like we see a whiff grab or something like that, like there. Like, we stop hitting each other. And we just fire key blasts at each other point blank. Because what keeps happening is when we hit each other, one of us punish counters the other. And then either we get the hit from the punish counter, reset, charge key, or someone vanishes the punish counter, or the super counter, and then it turns into a vanish wall. And it's just, it's so lame. Like, this happened, I played 2 games with this player. This happened over and over and over and over and over, and it was so lame. Like, I think in the second game, I end up beating him, or I think maybe I kill one of his characters, because he's only running Super Goku and SSJ4 Gogeta. I literally have to, I'm in Sparking. I'll probably pull it up and like put the clip here as I'm talking about it. I'm in Sparking, and because I know he's going to punish count me if I do anything other than grab or key blast him, I literally just walk him down, key blast, key blast, key blast, key blast, key blast, wait till he presses perception, then I use my super. That shit is fucking lame. They need to change that shit tomorrow, today, yesterday, 10 years ago. It's just fucking terrible. So yeah, I think that's kind of my rant over on Super Counter in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I'm not sure how I'm going to chop this video up and edit it up, because this is very loose, and my examples of showing all this shit hasn't necessarily been the best, because this game's train mode is scuffed. But I've got so much footage demonstrating it, I'll just throw that in the video. This game is a lot of fun. I have my critiques with this game overall, be it single player and all this type of stuff, right? But as I said at the start of the video, I am like really surprised by how much I actually like this game and how good I actually think it is, even in its current state. I think with some changes, i.e. changes to super counter and the ways in which the counter system works in general, mainly adding some sort of guaranteed punishes of which can't be broken, i.e. I guess traditional fighting game stuff, which is what everyone thought these were. These are a lot harder to super counter for some reason, but you can absolutely super counter them. And it's been done to me. This is what I'm saying that I said at the start of this video. The better you get at the game, the worse your experience gets. So you best fucking believe, as I climb ranks, motherfuckers are super countering the backshot combo all the time. All the time. You can't get a combo. It's unbelievable. It's fucking... So what ends up happening, and this is before you even start talking about cheese teams and all that shit, you both just end up going to timeout all the time because you can't kill each other. You're both so good at countering each other's offense as soon as it starts that both of you do bee's dick damage to each other, and you never have any key, because what ends up happening is somebody super... Because you can vanish counter... I should have shown this earlier, really. You can vanish counter a super counter. Let's see if I can get the AI to super counter right at the end of this video here. Fucking perception of me. You see how Gogeta just did it to me? You can vanish counter or Z counter a punish counter. Because you can do that, what do you think happens? So somebody's mashing super counter over and over and over and over and over. They get lucky, they get their super counter, you're good enough to react, so you vanish the super counter and you're in a vanish wall again. And if you've got full key, that's like 15-20 seconds of just vanish, 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 and you just get timeouts every game. I was watching a stream, I've watched him a couple of times now, I think his name's Cloud805, check him out, he's awesome, great Dragon Ball FighterZ player. I was watching his stream last night at like fucking 2 in the morning. For a genuine hour and a half, 2 hour stretch, every single match that he played, unless he was getting cheesed by giant characters, went to timeout. He was playing matches in the World Tournament stage with the crowd, and they were going to time. And that's the smallest map in the fucking game. Like, it simply because of things like other things like after image strike and blah blah blah. But I think the straw that breaks the camel's back is super counter, because even if he deals or you deal with all of the things that all the other cheese You can still get super countered whenever. That's bullshit. They need to change this now. Yesterday. Literally right this second. They need to change that now. Although super counter would kill this game. I think you could genuinely get away with it if you literally change super counter and nothing else. The game's that fun. I actually think you could get away with it. But super counter as it exists right now, it's utter bullshit. If you watch any decent level gameplay at this game, not even high level, because I'm not even a great player at all. I think I'm like fucking B1. Like I'm not even an A, right? And I'm already getting to the point where I can super counter consistently when someone's hitting me, right? I would say consistently. Let's say semi-consistently, because I wouldn't say it happens every time, but it happens a lot, and I've robbed a lot of people with it, as I've shown in this video with the footage that I've shown. But it's, if you think like I'm robbing people now with it, the motherfuckers at the top level who actually are probably labbing like properly and getting the timings down, they're going to be doing it all the time. They're going to be doing it all the time, and it's unreal. And I mean, I guess I'm just fucking rambling at the end of this video. If anybody's got this far, you're probably just listening to me fucking losing my mind. If you play this game's story mode on the intended difficulty, you'll see exactly what I mean. The way the battle system works there is that the AI obviously can't fuck up the input. So if it decides to counter you in any context, it's going to, right? Now imagine that against an actual player. You can't do a combo. You can't do anything, because what's going to happen is they're going to super counter, Z counter, punish counter, perception. They're going to do, the amount of ways of which they can defend themselves are so numerous that they're going to pick one of the right ones when you do something. And when you get better, you're going to do the same thing. So how do you even hit each other? You just don't. You just don't hit each other. What happens is you key blast each other to death, which isn't enough damage to kill each other within the time. You grab each other to death, again, not enough damage to kill each other in the time. And all the matches just go to fucking timeout. It's terrible. But all that aside, when that's not fucking the game, this game is absolutely bussing. And I really, 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 really hope that Bamco and whoever devved this game, because I can't remember who the fucking devs are, Spike Chunsoft, I don't know, Bamco and all the other people who worked on this game and published this game, they see these complaints and videos like these and other things and the gameplay of unlimited timeouts, and they find a way to address it. You sold 3 million copies, Bamco. You know, there's a lot of us who are going to be complaining about this shit, so let's hope they listen and hope things go well in the future. I'm wishing this game well in the future. I think it's a fucking... As I burp on the mic, I'm not going to edit that shit out. I don't want this game to just die into irrelevancy. I don't want another Demon Slayer. Well, the Demon Slayer was fucking better than this game. Not to shade this game, but Demon Slayer was fucking peak. But in terms of a fighting game. But like seeing this game around and people playing it is fun. Like fucking, I would love to see this game get like an honorary tournament slot at Evo or some shit. Like, not in its current state with the fucking timeouts, but just for the fun of the FGC, I'd love to see this game get a little bit more shine, given that it's deserving of such shine. I don't think it is yet, so yeah. I guess they're kind of my closing thoughts on Super Counter, on Sparking Zero in general. I know I've not done like an absolute stellar job of explaining this. There's probably other guys who can break this down so much better than me, but I wanted to throw my 2 cents in on this issue and just have it be just put it on the... I had a rant about it on streaming the other day, yesterday actually, and I was going to just clip that up and put it up, but I don't think I did the best job. I didn't do a great job of explaining it here. I did even worse there, so I was like, fuck it, I'll do it again. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys agree or disagree, if you're playing this game, let me know. If you want to see Super Counter changed, let me know, because I definitely fucking do. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.